Hello my friends and welcome back to our continued blind let's play of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today, oh boy, I don't even know where to begin. My words do that last video no justice at all. That is one heck of a train ride that we've been on. Roller coaster ride. It's been a roller coaster. See, I am flustered, I am flabbergasted, I don't know what to speak because that has me reeling in so many ways, and I guess the only thing I can say is let's jump back into this as soon as possible, shall we? I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. The title of this save file, by the way, was Beyond Despair, which I find very interesting considering the game we're playing after Spirit of Justice. It's going to be 100 Defense Line by the makers of Zero Escape and Danganronpa. So yeah, let's get the despair started early, shall we? Oh boy, what am I in for today? May 19th, High Court of Khura'in accused lobby. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time, but we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Yeah. There, that's, yeah. That's what I say. Tell me about it. I usually like to say I like it when the protagonists are on the same page, but it seems like all the protagonists and I are on the same page. Do you think Khura'in put that guard up to it? If she did, she's going to regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch. Poor Queen Amada. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They're giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. That Khura'in! Justice will be served. Why? Why did this happen? Oh, just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amada. What was that about being reunited? Oh, it's nothing. Right. How are you, Head? Dhurke Sahdmadhi was your father-in-law by blood after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's what we're going to stay focused on. Head, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? Ah, Dhurke. Man, that was a real shocker. Alright. Can't believe the dragon is dead. That's. Say, AJ, I was wondering, when Dhurke disappeared after I freed him? Well, that's because Amara turned back into herself, right? Yeah, I suppose so, but I don't know if it was because Dhurke's spirit willed it. Or if it was a part of Khura'in or Amara's plan. Man, our dream of revolution. Now what we gonna do? See it? Don't give up yet. There's still a very good chance that Khura'in is the culprit in all this. And if we can prove her guilt in court. Hey, you're right. That could just be the push that we need. The dream lives on. Yes, it does. And you know what that means, AJ? Fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders. Haha, all in a day's work. Ark, who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. But this is what Dhurke gave his life for, so Well, I had to do this for him. The Honorable Rebel Dhurke Sahdmadhi. I would have loved to have spoken with him yet while he still lived. Really? Why not? I mean, he seemed like quite an interesting man. Did she just bump her head on something or something earlier? The trial is about to resume. The feds has reported to the courtroom at once. Already? After what just happened? The first thing Khura'in will do is respond to that last accusation. So you better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Khura'in? Here comes justice! It's time we took down a queen. May 19th, High Court of Khura'in. Now then, let us resume today's proceedings. Huh? Where is Nahyuta? I must offer my apologies. I never imagined the royal guardsman would do such a thing. What? Who wasn't acting under your orders? How dare you cast such suspicions upon her eminence? It is quite alright, your majesty. Suspicion is the only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans. I don't believe that for a second. Now then, your majesty, regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility. A new possibility, you say? Indeed. For during the break, the real killers confessed to me. What, you had a conversation with the mirror? What? Bailiff, call the witness to the stand. The real killer confessed? What she got up her sleeve this time? I have a really bad feeling about this. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to... Oh. Well, that's... Yeah, on a list of a bunch of people, that's not who I would have had. It makes perfect sense, though. It does make perfect sense because he's under her thrall and he wasn't there, so that's why, yeah, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. I still didn't see that coming. He's the one who confessed? Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, you're the real killer? I questioned him during the recess, as I felt that Amara had been covering for someone. So it's that he finally confessed the crime to me. Nahyuta, really did do it, did you? Her Eminence speaks the truth. It is I who killed Minister Inga. Like bull? Nahyuta! Yeah, no one believes that. We all know that Khura'in did it. question is, how do we get Nahyuta to not take the fall? That's what I was looking for. Peace. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed. Yes, I am certain. For I killed him by my own hand. At last, the real killer has been revealed! How are we supposed to respond to this? Yeah, good question. Maybe by banging the desk really hard? That could help. Nahyuta, retract your confession now. Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for your cross-examination. Who cares about that? Admit it! It was Queen Khura'in who put you up to this. She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she? You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint. But... Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder? That is... What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Truly, the truth can set us free! Looks like Khura'in got to him somehow. I definitely didn't see this coming. Nahyuta, how are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Khura'in's bidding? Whatever the case may be. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, your testimony, if you would, please. Witness testimony, Nahyuta's confession. I could not remain silent while the eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake. You do understand what you're doing, right, Nahyuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty. If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else. The law, Nahyuta? Or the queen? Objection! She's gonna be like, I am the law! Enough. This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony. Please address any issue you may have during the cross-examination defense. Oh, I will. I'm gonna blow this problematic testimony to smithereens. Nahyuta's confession. I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. Hold it! You kept quiet all this time, even though you were the real killer? Yes, and I accept that what I have done can never be forgiven. But I never imagined suspicion would fall upon the Queen herself. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi has placed the future of a kingdom above his own life. He is taking responsibility for his crime and is showing his loyalty to Queen and country. Without a monarch on the throne, Khura'in would be plunged into chaos. I could never wish that upon my homeland. That is why I had to let the truth be known. What a bunch of baloney. I'm going to ask you again, Nahyuta. Did you really kill Minister Inga? Yes. No matter how many times you ask, Mr. Justice, the truth is immutable. This would be a great time for Phoenix to go, oh, my Magatama is doing that thing. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. It's not too late. You can still retract your confession before the verdict is rendered. There is no retracting the truth. One either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple. Arg! Why do you always have to be so stubborn, Nahyuta? I hate how you never listen to reason once you get to like this. I think we'll need some evidence before we can get him to retract his confession. Either that, or we'll have to force a retraction out of him by appealing to what's in his heart. It's not gonna be easy either way. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, what was the motive of your crime? Didn't you already say that? I had reason enough to kill Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in. Oh right, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, makes sense. What do you mean by that? Mr. Inga was planning to assassinate Her Eminence in a coup d'etat. I had to nip this evil in the bud, even if it cost me the purity of my soul. So you're saying the death of another is a reasonable price to pay to protect the queen? Long have we remained independent under the authority of our spirit medium queens. We command the people's awe and respect with the power to commune with the dead. Without such a monarch, our kingdom would lose its standing in the world. But if spirit channeling is so important, why did you have Queen Amara perform the rite? I'm afraid my elder sister is quite capricious. She would fulfill her duty only when the desire struck, as sporadic as that was. It was, therefore, something she did on a whim. There was no meaning behind it. A meaningless whim? It's hard to press a statement like that. Now, if I may return to my testimony. I consider it divine judgment cast upon the fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. Divine judgment? Yes. I render judgment upon the minister on behalf of the Holy Mother. Are you saying the Holy Mother guided you? No. Her Holiness would never condone killing in her name, regardless of circumstances. As such, I believe my defiled soul will be damned to hell. But I do not regret what I have done. I willingly sacrifice my soul to protect this kingdom's future. Arg, step out of it already, Nahyuta! So his motive comes from a place of faith, huh? Why does that sound completely credible when it's coming from him? Well, Amara expressed a similar motive. As for her mercifulness, She is truly deserving of her title. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake. Oh, dang! Wrong button! To think that Nahyuta would confess to the crime, can't say I saw that coming. Why, Nahyuta, why? Why you put yourself on the line for Khura'in? I wonder if Khura'in has something on him. I don't think so. I mean, Amara's currently fighting for her life, so I don't see what Khura'in could threaten him with. But maybe that's it. Maybe there's something else that we don't know about. It could be that picture. First thing I need to do though is press this. So you killed Minister Inga, and Queen Amara staged the crime? Is that how it went? What if him and Rayfa are sisters? Not siblings. Wrong S word. Yeah, siblings. Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. What if he's doing this to basically fall on his sword to protect Rayfa? She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself. Are they already? I mean, no, he's, I mean, technically they're what, half sisters anyway? I mean, wouldn't they be like half siblings? I keep saying sisters. Wouldn't they be half siblings? Who's more than a little spoiled? Anyway. Yeah, another lie. I need to poke a hole in his testimony, but how? Nahyuta, could it be you? I feel like he knew Nana's real identity. But he wouldn't tell Amara what to do. You didn't realize that Nana was actually Queen Amara, your mother? That is not as strange as you might think. Much time had passed since we last met, after all. Right, 23 years ago, was it? When Dhurke saved her after the supposed assassination attempt. No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dhurke abducted my mother. Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that? I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time. Nahyuta, please add that last statement to your testimony. Alright, now we have something new to attack, maybe. I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dhurke abducted her, and I got the hiccups. Ah! Stop it! "15 years ago, huh? That's around the time I left for the US. What happened after Dhurke helped Queen Amara escape? Agents of the Crown pursued us relentlessly, so we had to live a life on the run. Mr. Justice, know that Dhurke set your way so that you would not be caught up in the life that we had." I see. Thanks. Can't believe it's been 15 years. Apollo, there's something about Nahyuta's testimony. Yeah, that discrepancy is a bit hard to miss, but what could it mean? So Nahyuta got to meet his mother, back when Dhurke rescued her. That's what he's saying. It suits to me though, I had already been sent away by that point. Okay, now that I dragged more testimony out of him, what can I do with it? Life on the run about 23 years ago. Although, I mean, the number could just be a number, but that clearly says 23 years ago, and that clearly says 15 years ago. Objection! You're saying that Dhurke made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange, because I heard something very different from Dhurke. He said that they ran off together 23 years ago. That is impossible. I know for a fact it was 15 years ago. Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dhurke said it was taken 23 years ago. He said that. He did, but if we take what you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask. What does not make any sense that the photo is only 15 years old? He's 25. This picture was taken 23 years ago. That baby still might look a bit young for that to be Nahyuta. But if this was taken 15 years ago and she's 14, that means the baby doesn't make any sense.
Take that!
Nahyuta, this discrepancy might not be directly related to his case. But I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dhurke said that the baby in this photo was you. But that doesn't make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? Urgh. He's definitely sweating bullets over there over something. Apollo, if this baby isn't Nahyuta... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? It's just what if the child were being held hostage? Nahyuta, is that why you obey Queen Khura'in's every command? You presume too much. That's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well. To protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago. There would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. Come on, connect the dots. This is just a guess. But I believe I know someone who fits the bill. So also explains the strange behavior. This is a child who was born to Dhurke Queen Amara 15 years ago. That's why she didn't want the case to continue, because she realized that was her mom. Poor kid. Hey, she's got a mom back, although her... I mean, I don't know how you... That's gotta be complicated. Your mom that you always thought your mom is a cool, heartless witch who might actually be a literal witch with all the stuff she can do. And your real mom is someone who's actually been taking care of you all your life. Did I already theorize about this? That Nana is Amara and she's... Yeah, I could have swore I've already been down this rabbit hole. And if so, great! I feel a little bit smarter that I, like, realized something. I guess. Yeah. I feel a little bit smarter. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take every win I can get. All those strange statements she kept making, now they all make sense. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi, may I ask you something? Of course, your benevolence. I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me? From where did you hear such a thing? From Mother, and only yesterday. Rafe, what's going on about telling the truth to that people? So I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. Why? Why did this happen? Oh, just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. Now I see, Nahyuta, why you do what you're told. The other child wanted Dhurke Queen. Mr. Justice, I believe I know what you're about to say, but I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners. I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor, the reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation. A chink in your armor? What could that be? It's not the photo again. Reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation. Is it that? Picture of them together? I mean, it can't be the same piece of evidence twice, right?
Take that!
You believe that to be the chink in my so-called armor? I fail to see what you mean by that.
I do see it looks more like a chink in the defense's argument.
Arrgh. It would be bad news for Veifa. It became known that she was fathered by Dhurke. But there's gotta be something that shows why. Right, let me take another look at the evidence. What is it? What is it? It's this. It's that. Just realized it. Just realized it. It's that. And if you're gonna say, FlightlessBird, why is it that? Because the last line there. The idea that the sins of the father visit upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Khura'in people. So if she was Dhurke's daughter, then in the minds of the people, she would be convicted of the sins of the father.
Take that!
Alright, I understand it. And that is a file full of information that Dhurke collected on what happened 23 years ago. A particular note right now is what's written here. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. Exactly. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either. If she were to be revealed to be Dhurke's daughter. Urgh. Yeah, man, you can look at the pain. He really cares for his sister, and I think that's wonderful. I hate to do this. You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Khura'in. But at some point, you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the queen found this chink in your armor. That's how she came to use your sister against you. They are siblings. Okay. Got that one. Nahyuta, have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me? You were an innocent party to all this. I live only to safeguard the law, and serve the country queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to your throne, need not fret over one such as I, such a good brother. No, I cannot accept that. What you say is, it's malarkey. Did you say the word malarkey? Don't you even care what happens to you? Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future. My personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resign myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Khura'in until the day Rafa exceeds me. Or succeed. For what is best for our kingdom. I know, Your Eminence. Yours is no small sacrifice. But I promise you this, in exchange for your life. The child shall remain safe and the kingdom shall prosper. That is all I can ask with my meager existence. Nahyuta, is this really the new you? Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you have for the future? No. The Nahyuta I knew would never let himself be turned like this. Now, Your Majesty, you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nahyuta. But I know that deep down there is still hope in your heart. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. It's the kind of hope that perseveres through the most desperate of times. And it's what binds you, me, and Dhurke together as a family. I know this because this has demonstrated to me that you haven't lost all hope yet. Is it this? Nahyuta never confiscated it. Yep, it's that.
Take that!
His. When you interrogated Dhurke, you confiscated all of his possessions as potential evidence. All except this. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. So tell me, Nahyuta, why didn't you take this badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? And I know why. Is it because this badge means something special to us? Hey, Dhurke, why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Oh. A dragon never yields, right?
Exactly. Nahyuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Khura'in's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass it on to you, to a world where we can live free from the fear of tyranny.
You may say you've given up. But that's not how it really is it? You never gave up. And you never will, because you still believe that all the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you? You are very perceptive, Mr. Wright. Huh? It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate his badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me. Save you? Yes. Save me. Like he did. On that day.
Nahyuta, Apollo. Hold on, I am coming. What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nahyuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me, do you understand?
Someday, you will come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps deep down, that is what I believed. I believed in Dhurke, our father. Nahyuta, I knew you. However, it was but a dream. And now the dream has died.
Doesn't have to!
Murdered, along with Dhurke. So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely on me. No matter the cost, I must protect her. Please try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all of this sin. It is the only way. But
Such insolence!
You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer! Do you not see the futility of a desperate floundering, the immutability of his duty? It is time to accept defeat. Urgh! Now watch as the hammer of justice comes down on your dear brother! Your Majesty, the verdict, if you will.
yes, Your Eminence.
Objection!
Wait a second. What do I do?
Does the defense wish to raise an objection?
Absolutely.
There's gotta be some way to save Nahyuta. Apollo. It all goes back to that incident 23 years ago. It's branded him the son of a criminal. So if we could, once and for all, prove that Dhurke didn't try to assassinate Amara. Right. I mean, yeah, I messed up the voice. Anyway, right. Nahyuta and Reifa's father would no longer be viewed as a criminal. But I thought there wasn't any evidence left. Because it was all destroyed in the fire. And Dhurke investigated the matter for years, but never managed to learn anything new. Really? Nothing at all? Can an exceptional lawyer like Dhurke try that long and really uncover nothing at all? He had over 2 decades, Apollo. Huh? He's right. I doubt Dhurke would have gone to his grave without discovering something new. He must have secretly planted something to tell Khura'in was somewhere. Take another look at the evidence. We just might find what we need to break out of the situation within there. Got it. If the defense is done stalling for time, I shall now render my verdict. I don't think so. No, wait. About the assassination attempt 23 years ago. The defense has some new information it would like to share. You do, huh? Well, we had intended to deliberate that case in the course of this trial. Dhurke, did you leave something behind for me? Is there some connection I'm missing here? Very well, then. What is the source of your information about the case from 23 years ago? I have no idea. Same. Alright. What do we have? Picture of my father who died in Khura'in. I'm looking at this because this is something that Dhurke gave us, right? But I don't know how the... I mean, it was also 23 years ago, but I don't know how the photo of my father necessarily fits in here. I don't see anything odd in terms of this picture. Looks just like a normal dude playing a guitar. What else do we got? That wasn't given to us. That wasn't given to us. That wasn't given to us. We've already used this evidence a couple times. So this can't be new. This is new evidence because it shows she has a fire mark, a burn scar. But this wasn't given to us by Dhurke. How about this? This was given to us by Dhurke. Given a sleeping pill. Lighter had Dhurke's fingerprint on it. Struck in the head by the culprit. No divination séance could be performed because we don't know the name. That's a shame. That would be pretty valuable. Right, so Nahyuta was expelled from the royal family because he was the son of the terrorist, and yeah. So we either have... No, that's not it. That's not it. This is new. But this isn't necessarily related to the information. So we only have 2 new things related to the information. Amara's assassination file and the photo of my father. I'm leaning towards Amara's assassination file as probably being the best option. Take that. This is my source. Oh, and just how would you obtain new... Oh, okay, that's not it. Never mind. All right, well, if it's not this, then I have no idea what it is because I can't think of anything else that's from Dhurke that's, you know, not related to the current case. Take that. Okay, this is... I don't understand why this helps, but again, I only have 2 pieces of evidence that are from Dhurke, and... I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Photograph? Yes, do you recall the traveling musician who died in that fire 23 years ago? Wait a sec. Did I misread this? Oh, I misread this. Apollo's royal magician got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The person who murdered Amara struck Apollo's dad in the head. However, the victim's passport, Apollo's father, and any picture of him were burnt up in the fire. So they couldn't do a divination seance because they didn't know Apollo's father's name or his picture. But yet we have his picture with his name, being Jove Justice. Could we do a divination seance on him and try to figure out who killed or who tried to assassinate Amara? Yes, do you recall the child musician who died in that fire 23 years ago? How could anyone forget such a painful chapter in our history? The poor fellow was caught up in the blaze that was meant for Queen Amara. We barely knew his identity though, as his belongings were burnt to ashes. Well, about that, the truth is, he was my biological father. Oh?
What?
Why, of course, with this photo and her benevolence. Exactly. We might be able to prove Dhurke completely innocent. And that would free her from the infamy of having criminal blood in her veins. Because here in Khura'in, we can witness the final memories of the dead.
What utter nonsense! There was no evidence left in the wake of that blaze.
That's what you think. But Dhurke went to the end of the earth to bring this little souvenir back for us. He did. Yep, and boy is it the best piece of evidence ever. He knew that with it, we'd finally be able to conclusively settle the battle here in court. And save his children. Your Majesty, the defense requests that we hold a divination seance for this new victim.
Objection!
Yeah, I knew you would.
What a waste of time! The events of 23 years past have already been deliberated at length.
Objection!
What was the Dhurke on trial for the incident as well today? So we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we failed to look into the new lead, would we? As the presiding judge, I will now share my thoughts on the matter. The attempted assassination of Queen Amara is a case we can ill afford to leave open. And I believe that the final memories of the victim will prove to be very important. Therefore, it is of the opinion of this court that we should conduct another divination seance. Your benevolence. If you know the full name of the victim seen in this photo, you'd be able to perform a divination seance, right?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you. My father's full name is Jove Justice.
All right.
Well, now, your benevolence, please commence the divination seance when you are ready. But with that said, please don't kill me when I say this, but I'm going to go ahead and have to take a break here. I don't have as much time today as I had yesterday. Yesterday I did like an hour and 20 minutes of both Suikoden and Ace Attorney. I just don't have as much time today as I did yesterday, so I'm going to have to stop here and we'll pick this up again next part. I would like to go another 5 to 10 minutes, but with the divination seance, I feel like this is the best stopping point before we get to the next part of the case. Because this case doesn't know how to end. It just keeps going and going and going. So we'll see what happens. But if we can see Jove Justice's killer, and if his killer was actually that witch, then we got her nailed. And I hope you guys prepared the pyre, because we're gonna burn a witch in the next episode, and it's gonna be glorious. Maybe. Who knows what Khura'in else is gonna throw at us? I mean, she already tried to make Nahyuta take the fall, so who knows? We'll find out soon. Much love to you all. Thank you for everything. Hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to like the video and subscribe. We'll talk to you again very soon. Until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.